Okay, so Ricardo, this is the build room. What happens here? I suppose you're going to tell me that we build servers here.
A few things happen here. This is where our rackers monitor the servers that we have online on the data center.
Now, a racker is anyone who works for Rackspace is a racker, right?
We all call ourselves rackers. Also, we build the new servers, new solutions in this room as well. That includes the cloud machines.
So all these bits that we see in the background, they're going to be built into servers, yeah?
Yes, yes. They are about to be commissioned and put online.
It's very quiet in here and there's nobody running around. Is it normally like this, or have you done it especially for us?
No, it's generally speaking is rather quiet. We have very well consolidated processes that we use, so there's no firefighting as such. Is well organized.
So one of the things you have to do from here is monitor the data center, make sure that everything's working.
We do have that functionality. Everything you've seen so far in terms of plants and critical infrastructures is monitored by a building management system, which not only monitors the functionalities but also alert us if something goes wrong. So our engineers, which are 24/7, 365, know in real time if there is anything wrong with any of the critical components of the facility.
So you have to fix these things according to the service level agreement that you've got with your customers, yeah?
Fix it, yeah, either from here or at the equipment itself, depending on the nature of the fault.
So you're the boss here, Ricardo, you're the head racker.
There isn't such thing, but yeah, I'm responsible for the facility. Yeah.
So does the cloud make it more important that you have to keep all of this running all of the time?
Yes and no. To us, every single server is important. Whether it's a cloud server or it's a managed hosting server doesn't really make any difference for us. The way we maintain the facility makes sure that both are always up and running and online at any given time. It is important, and the opportunity that we have specifically from the cloud is that being, for the nature of the cloud itself, being an on-demand sort of model, we have to make sure that we have the capacity available from a pure IT point of view, but equally from an infrastructure point of view. So our data center needs to be able to cope with that fluctuation in demand. To keep up with that, we now monitor the power consumption of each of the boxes, specifically for the cloud, so that we keep an eye on that and we know how much we can afford to install to maintain that sort of scalability. If you think that back a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, it took about 10 days to deploy a typical server. Now you can have it in seconds. So that poses sort of challenges and opportunities for us to get even better at what we do.
But what you have to do with that is you have to make sure that, because the cloud is very much about unpredictable demand and unpredictable loads, that when that happens, it's still going to be okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. In that respect, for instance, we are already site selecting for our next generation data center. So we have a good year and a half, probably more, worth of capacity here. But nevertheless, we want to be ready for when that capacity will be gone. So we're already looking at locations for our new data center.
So is your next generation data center, is it going to look like this?
It will be slightly different. We obviously have learned a lot in the last 10 years by building and managing data centers. So we're going to consolidate all that knowledge into the new one. So in principle, it will be, it will do the same things, maybe slightly different.
So what's going to be different in the new data center?
One point that we really care about is the efficiency part of the data center. The new one will be different in that respect. We will try to use outside air to cool the servers as much as possible. Good practices, even more than we do here. It's going to be slightly different in that respect. It's going to be more efficient, more green, if you like.
So Ricardo, I like your T-shirt. Can I have one?
No, you have to apply for a job. You need to be a racker to have one of these, I'm afraid.